Erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. Steve, what's their focus as they go for their first win?
Well, definitely be aggressive at the plate. You've got to come through with clutch two-out hits, and don't leave runners in scoring position. That's the key.
Number 10 is in now as he watches a pitch for ball one.
First pitch, 4-10.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. In there, a base hit. Around first, on his way to second now. And a good effort to bring it back in quickly, but he's in at second base with a double. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Larry has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer, and as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well, and in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like, but there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
Stepping in now, Dave Cash, as he'll take a look at ball one. The 1-0 delivery. A good tailing fastball for a strike, 1-1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Well, Kingsley's a pretty fair umpire. Sometimes a pitcher will get a call in the corners, but he rarely has people barking at him about a strike zone.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And I think that's what they were trying to set him up for. Going with that changeup down in the zone on a 1-2 count. Very difficult to react to, but he did a great job of holding back.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
He tried to get him to bite on that pitch, but it was way out of the zone there. It didn't even tempt him. Now he'll need to make a much better pitch here on a 3-2 count.
Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. And he will pull into second with an RBI double. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Dave Cash has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer. And as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well, and in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like, but there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
Standing in now, number 19, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
Well, there's the location you want right there. If that ball gets hit, it's going to be on the ground.
And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. No one out with a runner at second. Line down the left field line. But this will be foul. Has to be thinking strikeout here. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career punch-out. You can bet his club is hoping for a lot more of that going forward.
Well, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to be a solid one. Many of the best pitchers at this level have at least one put-away pitch that they can go to in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Into the box now, Mike Schmidt, as he will swing at the first pitch and send a ground ball out to short. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Mike Schmidt has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer. And as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well. And in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like. But there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
In now, Jay Johnston, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
Now here's a spot with a run home already. That looks nice on the scoreboard. But if you could put up a 2 or even a 3 spot here in the first, that could really go a long way against a guy like this.
Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, curveball, then changeup here on the first couple pitches. Now might be the time to see him run that fastball in on his hands. Maybe try and get this guy to pop something up.
Runners are at first and second with one away. And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2. Still no fastballs in the at-bat. It's been all off speed.
That's definitely by design. He's such a good fastball hitter. You don't want to give in to his strength.
No offer at the curve that time, and it's knotted up at 2-2. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 1 for the Phillies here on the RBI double. Bottom of the first coming up, and Philadelphia's off to an early 1-0 lead. Time now for a look at the hometown Reds starting lineup card in this one. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, they're already down by 1 after the top of the first, so you've got to get yourself right back into this ball game. Punch back a little bit and see if you can get your crowd back in it.
Steve Carlton is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, he's making his big league debut here on the mound. He's going to have a lot of adrenaline. He's going to have a lot of nerves. He's going to have to be able to contain all of that so he can go out and be effective. It's going to be tough to do, and that may be his biggest challenge all game long.
And with that, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, one place you don't want to hit it is to the third baseman. Absolute vacuum down there. He's got great range. Some of the plays I've seen him make, absolutely ridiculous.
Pete Rose comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Backhanded. He'll take it to the bag himself, and the leadoff man is gone here to start the home first.
Right fielder, Ken Griffey.
Into the box now, Ken Griffey. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And that's in there for strike 1.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. That's popped up out towards short right field. Cash onto the grass, 2 gone.
Batting third, second baseman,
Joe Morgan gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. We'll move to inning number 2 here in Cincinnati. It's the Phillies 1 and the Reds 0. Gary Maddox makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Now the Reds here going big red machine with the uniforms. That takes you back. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee-high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Well, that's a pitch right there that you've got to lay off. You know he's going to throw it on an 0-2, and that's a good job of pitch recognition right there.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Back to the fastball, but it's upstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Griffey has it in his tracks. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. Number 6 steps into the box.
Number 6.
Into the seats, 0-1. And he falls behind, 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a check swing here and a little looper. Perez ranging into the outfield. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
First baseman
Tom Hutton into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. And a curveball to begin the at-bat, 0-1.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him. Phillies have an early 1-0 lead here in inning number 2. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Leading off the inning, Johnny Bench, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with 1 swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Maddox on the move. 1 down. Striding into the box, Tony Perez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. One out, nobody on. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
But this is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Two and two count. Here it comes. A full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. High in the air and deep to left center field. Back on it is the left fielder, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Tony Perez has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer, and as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well, and in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like, but there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
So striding in, number 15, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First offering on its way. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. And here's a fastball in for strike 1. 91 miles an hour that time. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. To 2-2 now.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hat.
1 out and a runner on second base. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. But one thing he's shown so far, he's not afraid to work inside.
Yeah, with that base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal. Get the next guy.
Here comes the payoff pitch. And that misses, ball 4. So with 1 out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
Well, that's okay. You would have liked him to chase on 3 and 2, but you had your base open here, so now you can really focus on getting yourself a ground ball.
Doug Flynn stands in for the first time. Here's the first pitch to him. Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1.
Well, not really how you want to start the next guy after a walk. That pitch isn't even close.
One 0 count. Here it is. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. First and second now. 1 man out. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. High in the air out towards shallow right. Johnston moves over, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Number 26 gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit on the ground to short. Scooped up. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Reds strand a couple. They still trail 1-0. Steve Carlton set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Griffey is under it as he puts it away, and it's 1 pitch, 1 away to start the third.
Number 10.
Number 10 stands in. Into the windup and the pitch. Right back at him and off his glove. Safe at first. A good effort to recover there, and he almost made the play, but that's a base hit.
Good effort, though. That looked painful. Yeah, and he had his first major league hit earlier in the game. How about a 2-hit game to start things out? Attaboy.
Dave Cash stands in after hitting an RBI double his first time around.
Well, he did a good job to go down and get one in his last at-bat, but I got to think he'll be looking for a pitch that he can drive right here.
He's set. Here it comes. A pitch out. The throw. And that'll be in plenty of time and a perfect call on the pitch out there.
You know, some managers don't like to call for the pitch out right away, thinking if they guess wrong, it changes the whole at-bat. But here, they had a good idea he'd be running, and turns out they were right.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. That evens it up 1-1. Now a line drive that's going to be caught out there at short. Pretty much right in the glove that time, and the inning is over. Number 43 steps in now.
Leading off for the Reds, pitcher, number 43.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
Chopped weakly to the left. Schmidt is there. Throw on to first in time. 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Pete Rose.
Pete Rose will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. And that's great for the pitcher when you can get an easy leadoff out like that.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind. 0-2. 0-2. Here it comes. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
More often than not, when you're going to throw that changeup 0-2, you don't even want it to be in the strike zone. You're hoping to see a guy go snorkeling for something, but you're going to see right here that this one's right on the corner, and he couldn't do anything with it if he wanted to.
Stepping in now, Ken Griffey. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. And he looks at a changeup in there. 1-1. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. 2 out, nobody on. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Ken Griffey has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer, and as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well, and in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like, but there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
Standing in now, Joe Morgan, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1.
Now you've got the tying run over at first, 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
Chopped foul right at home plate. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit hard back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Joe Morgan has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer, and as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well, and in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like, but there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
Into the box now, Johnny Bench. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Two down, runners at first and second. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. 2 guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back in if you're flirting with a little bit of danger now with another ball.
2-0 count. Here it comes. 3-0 now. The alarm bells are ringing now.
They're getting louder and louder, too.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. Swung on and lifted in the air to left. Under it is the left fielder. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with more on opening day after this. Number 19 steps into the box.
Leading off for Philadelphia, left fielder, number 19.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Pitch on the way. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Oh, not cheated on that one. It's 2-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, when you have a guy 2-2,
you can throw something out of the zone, try and get him to chase, but when it's that far below the strike zone, it becomes a lot easier to lay off.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
If you're looking for a good way to add to a one-run lead, a leadoff walk never hurts. Let's see how they want to play this from here.
Mike Schmidt stands in. First delivery to him on the way. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder,
Jay Johnston will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball 1. That's by him for strike 1. Slapped hard the opposite way. But this will hang up just long enough to be run down in shallow left for a tough second out.
Yeah, you really can't take anything for granted out there when you're playing in the rain. You got to worry about your footing. You got to worry about raindrops getting in your eyes. You got to make sure you're in the right position. But in the end, he is right there to make the play.
Gary Maddox is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding off.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Phillies strand 1, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Tony Perez is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Slider, but that's below the knees, and it's 2-0.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Here it comes on 3-0. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Not often you'll see a 3-0 slider, but when you need a strike, any pitch will do.
And that is in there at the letters to run it full. 3-2. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
Chopped toward the second baseman. Barehanded on the hop. Got him.
No way. That was awesome. And you know, sometimes these guys make it look so easy, we forget how difficult it is to make a play like that. Not only did he barehand this ball, but he also made a sweet throw on the run over to first base. So often you'll see a guy airmail or short hop a throw like that because of the bad grip you have on the ball. But not in this case. That's a nice play.
In now, George Foster, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one.
Yeah, and even though that's a tough one to get on top of, I think he'd say he got away with one right there. That's in too good a location when the matchup's not in your favor.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Moving under it, Johnston. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, the shortstop, Doug Flynn.
Doug Flynn is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch coming. Here it is. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1.
Well, anytime you throw a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters you're facing, you're looking for trouble. But not so in this game. We're in the middle innings here, and he's still pitching well.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far.
Nope.
And he misses with it. 1-1.
Ooh, you might have felt the squeeze on that one. That might just change the whole complexion of the at-bat.
And no complaint about that one. That's a strike, and it's 1-2.
Well, he's not letting them get a gauge on anything here on those first 3 pitches. He saw a slider, a fastball, then a big curveball. Now he's set up for almost anything on a 1-2 pitch.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
Set to deal on 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Well, two-way, you're just looking to get on base somehow, especially when this guy hasn't given you anything so far. So, at the very least, make him work out of the stretch and throw a few more pitches here.
Number 26 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike. A runner on first with 2 away. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, this is a good fastball spot for him now, and keep in mind, he's got a big hole on that right side of the infield.
And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
Oh, and you know he wanted that one. Now the inning will continue, and a guy moves up into scoring position here.
Number 43 gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
And that misses inside, 1-0.
And with 2 walks in the inning already, he can't afford to fall behind anybody else if he wants to stay in the game.
2 down, runners at first and second. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
Even though that's a strike, that's still not a bad take because you're facing a guy that's already walked a few guys, so make him throw some more pitches. Run that pitch count up.
1-1, here it is. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. More opening day baseball coming up following this. Number 6 will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Catcher, number 6.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
That's wide, 2-0. Too high, and it's 3-0.
And it goes without saying, but this has to be in the strike zone. You don't want him on base to start off the inning.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Ripped down the first base line. But a foul ball, and it's full now at 3-2. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, Tom
Hutton in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike 1.
Anytime you can throw a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters you've faced or better than that, then you should get pretty good results. And we're in the middle innings in this game, so that's pretty good.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1.
Oh, that's what you call getting in tight with fastball.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Foster will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 1. Steve Carlton comes to the plate, possibly receiving a bunt sign in order to stay out of the double play.
Yeah, and everybody's got a different opinion on this situation. But in reality, it really comes down to how the pitcher is with the bat in his hands and what he can do.
1 run, 4 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Showing bunt, but he winds up taking ball 1.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
And they'll try and play for 1 here as he gets this one down. 1 there. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
Yeah, you want to put this down to the right side, force that first baseman to field it, but that ball is butted just way too hard, so that's a good decision defensively to go ahead and take the force at second.
Stepping in now, number 10. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. This one's flared toward left center. Calling for it, Foster. And the inning is over. One left for Philadelphia, but they're on top 1-0. Pete Rose will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Here comes the first pitch. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there.
And even on 0-2, you don't want guys to get into a comfort level up there.
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. And another foul ball. One, 2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch-out, 1 away.
Well, this is the 2nd time he struck out so far, and this is a type of ball game where, you know, it's wet out, the field's slippery, it's a little muddy. Who knows what can happen if you just put the ball in play?
Ken Griffey will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. In there at the knees, strike 1.
And guys, I think the heavy stuff has arrived. This has got to be as hard as we've seen all afternoon.
And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. That's lifted the other way out to left. Waiting on it, the left fielder, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out.
The batter, number 8, second baseman, Joe Morgan.
Joe Morgan will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. Well, it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. And foul. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. More ahead from Great American Ballpark right after this. Dave Cash steps in here to lead off the sixth as the rain continues to fall here.
Well, I'm glad I'm up in this cozy booth with you guys because it kind of looks pretty miserable down there to me.
First pitch on its way. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Well, for that man right there, only the one run allowed. How discouraging is that when you're pitching your heart out and you're just not getting the support?
Well, the good pitchers really don't let it get to them. They know that it cuts both ways. Sometimes you give up 5 runs and your guys score you 8. You just have to focus on holding up your end of the barge.
Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. Up high, 2-1 now. And the pitch on 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Foster arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out. Number 19 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
And it's quickly 0-2. The 0-2 home. Hit to third. Rose is up with it on to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Mike
Stepping
Schmidt.
in, Mike Schmidt. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Maybe that's off the black just a little bit, but when you're around the plate as much as he's been, you're going to find that you're going to get a few calls like that.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Ready on 1-2. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Phillies down in order. They lead it 1-0. Johnny Bench will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Just got a piece up the line. Schmidt scoops it up, and he's set down 1 away.
Now batting, first baseman, Tony Perez.
Into the box, Tony Perez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now here's the pitch. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now. George Foster waits on deck. And no doubt about this one, it's in there, 3-1.
Yeah, no mistake about that one. That one's right there.
Bases are empty, one man out. Oh, definitely a fastball swing there, but a good time for the changeup. It's full, 3-2.
Oh, that's a guy up there pretty clearly gearing up for the fastball there, and he didn't get it. That's a good pitch to throw on a 3-1 count to keep a guy honest.
And now a ball lifted into the air out towards center field. Maddox has a read on it, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting,
George Foster will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Here it comes. Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball one. Bases are empty here with two men out. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. All away here to start the at-bat.
And that's fine, but you can't be afraid to work inside. You can jam this guy, get him to roll over something. You don't have to strike him out.
And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
2 out, nobody on. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2. That's it to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. Reds are down in order. They trail this one 1-0. Back here at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. It's on to the 7th inning now with the Phillies out in front, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Jay Johnston will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one. Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And he comes up empty there on a pitch in the dirt and falls behind now 1-2.
And this has been a common problem for all of these guys. They just can't lay off that pitch down and away.
Launched to right field and deep. Griffey ranging back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he is in there. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Jay Johnston has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer, and as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well, and in your head you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like, but there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
Here comes Brian Price now out of the Reds dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. He'll leave after 6 and at the very least kept his club in it to this point. Pedro Bourbon will come on now as he'll take over in inning number 7.
Pedro Bourbon.
And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing.
Standing in now, Gary Maddox. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Looking to keep this a one-run game. Here's a line drive into left center. Will that get the job done? It's a base hit. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Gary Maddox has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer. And as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well. And in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like. But there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
First things first, here's a throw over. But the runner's back easily.
Keeping him close.
Into the box now, number 6. As he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. Nobody out, runner on first. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Runners off for second. Pitch is high. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
And this is just a really nice job of picking your spots as a base runner. You know, he's thinking to himself, maybe they won't be paying too much attention to me after that RBI single. And he guessed right, too, because now he's in there at second base.
The 3-0 pitch. Taking all the way that time. It's 3-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball. 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, first
Tom
baseman
Hutton strides forward now with a very important insurance run standing over at third.
Yeah, this one's been a well-played, close game, so that's a big run down there.
Hit hard on the ground to second, and the underhanded throw gets him for the out.
You know, I think they're pretty lucky at third right here that the contact play wasn't on. This is a sharply hit ground ball, and he would have been toast at home if he tried to score.
Steve Carlton gets a chance to swing away, and he'll have a chance to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone.
Well, you know, some pitchers flat out just don't like to go up there and swing it, and I get it. Most of them can't hit at all. But, hey, this is an opportunity right here to help your own cause.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. And he got him. Minimizing the damage at just a run. The inning is over. Phillies will have to be content with just the one. Stretch time now here in Cincinnati. The Phillies lead it 2-0. Leading off the inning, Doug Flynn, and they'll need him to get something going here. Now some movement out in the Phillies bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
He did not like that one bit. It's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Lofted in the air out to right field. Johnston giving chase. One away.
Now batting, number 26.
Number 26 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. And through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Three and one now.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. He probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Number 26 has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer. And as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well. And in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like. But there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
Number 13 will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 13.
Too high, 1-0. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now.
And to me, this just looks like the classic case of a guy who's given it his all this afternoon, but he's just flat out of gas.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. And he gets the slider over here. It's 2-1 now. And here's the ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Now a snap throw to first. Back in standing. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. And no one will get this one. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort.
That might be his way of saying, look, enough of the foul balls already.
Runners on first with one down. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Full count. Here it comes. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. He's set. Here's the 3-2. A ball hit hard to the left side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Dave has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer. And as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well. And in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like. But there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
Here comes the Philly skipper on his way out toward the mound, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll leave with the lead. Can't lose this one, but he is responsible for the two runners out there, so he could get a no decision if they were to come around and score. Joe Horner will come on and try to get out of this mess here as there are two on with only one away.
Joe Horner.
Pete Rose will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
On the ground to short. Could this be two? To second for one. The relay on to first. The double play, and the side is retired. Boy, oh boy. Reds leave one. They trail it here 2-0. Clay Carroll will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Clay Carroll.
Number 10 will be the batter. 2 for 3 with a double thus far.
Yeah, he's looked very settled in at the plate in this one. He could have a little more in store for us right here.
On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. Look out. 2-0 now.
And you know what? That's not a big breaking ball coming up high and tight. That's going to get your attention a little.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Hit hard up the middle. And this is going to be through into center field for a base hit as the leadoff man's aboard in the 8th.
Boy, how about this for a welcome to the show? He got his first hit earlier, Then he got his first 2-hit game. Now he's got his first 3-hit game. I think he's kind of getting the hang of this Major League Baseball stuff.
Dave Cash comes to the plate here, and we'll see how they play it with that leadoff man on base.
Yeah, and in this situation, you've got to move that runner to second any way you can. So we're going to see how they decide to play it right here.
From the stretch. And a fastball's in there for strike one. And a curveball's in there, so he's quickly behind 0-2. First curveball of the day for him, and likely not the last.
No, he's got a good one. There's no doubt about that. He'll start it on the hip versus righties, and he'll backdoor it to lefties. Two different locations, but equally effective.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2. Oh, got him swinging with the palm ball there, and that's the first out.
Well, you never know. This might have been the lesser of two evils right here. If you take this pitch, you know it's strike three. If you swing, you might bounce into a double play ball. So the best he could have done was maybe fouled that thing off, but instead, he comes up empty.
And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. A dive, but he's back. Perhaps wisely, another look to first. And a dive, but he's back. In now, number 19, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
He's showing pretty good patience here for a rookie. Those were two tough takes, but he's got it to 2-0.
Outside, 3-0 now. Runner at first here, one man out. That one's in there, 3-1. And the palm ball is over, and it's back to a full count, 3-2. Hit hard to the right side. Gets dirty and gloves it. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Acrobatics that time to the bag to get this double play started. Back with more on opening day after this. Leading off the inning, Ken Griffey, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker, strike one.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
sliced hard on the ground. Cash takes it in. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
The batter, number 8, second baseman.
Number 26 will come in and pitch now.
Now pitching for the Phillies, number 26.
Joe Morgan ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Here's the pitch. Hit pretty well out to deep left field. Racing back the left fielder, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a one-out double.
And that's a big double right there, down by 2, but more importantly, that's going to get the tying run to the plate. So we're going to see how they want to handle this defensively now with the open base.
Johnny Bench will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball here. 0-1. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Yep, they went right back to that same pitch on the outside corner, and that's a good job of laying off both times.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Tony Perez, who represents the possible go-ahead run here, waits in the on-deck circle. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Back up the middle, and that'll get through. It's into center, a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. The run scores from second. It's now a 2-1 ball game. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Johnny Bench has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer. And as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well. And in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like, but there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. Into the box, Tony Perez. Hot shot toward third. And this one zips right on past him as he can't knock it down.
All right, now just playing a little station-to-station baseball. And nothing wrong with that at this point in the ballgame. Especially because now you get that possible tying run into scoring position at second base. Still just 1 out. And meanwhile, you also get the potential go-ahead run on base as well.
Number 35 will be the new pitcher. Darrell Cheney will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Darrell Cheney.
George Foster will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and one gone.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ballgame. Maybe something will change for him.
A shot down the first baseline. This is foul for the first strike. Trying to hold the lead. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Some guys live for this situation on the mound. There's a guy in scoring position. You lead by just a run. It's all on you. And then you go out and punch someone out like that? I love it.
Stepping in now, Doug Flynn, as he'll swing here and lift a fly ball out to right center. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Reds will be forced to settle for just the one. 9th inning coming up. It's the Phillies 2 and the Reds 1. Bill Plummer is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate.
Now catching, number 9, Bill Plummer.
Number 22 is into the game as well as he's the new first baseman. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Mike Schmidt, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Now the pitch. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Tap fouled at home plate. One and one, here it comes. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th.
This bullpen's picking right up where their starter left off. This has been a real team effort on the mound so far.
Jay Johnston gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And that's high for a ball, 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. Palm ball there, but that's in the dirt for a ball. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Ripped on the ground to first. Oh, what a play! The throw. Got him.
Oh, love it. Whoa, what a nice play down there at first. You see him have to stretch out as far as he can go to make the play, and then he's got the presence of mind to hit his pitcher perfectly in stride covering first. That is nicely done.
Standing in now, Gary Maddox. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. And he finds his spot there, 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. You just fire that thing in there.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Oh, nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now, 3-2. Number 6 would be next. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Line to the right side, but foul. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Griffey is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Nothing doing here this half. Nothing in the Philadelphia ninth. Last chance now for the Reds. They trail here 2-1. Tug McGraw is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Number 45, Tug McGraw.
Number 26 will step in. He's singled in 2 trips thus far.
The ninth inning for the Reds, center fielder, number 26.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
And it's worth pointing out that they're burning through that bullpen here in game 1 of this series. That could have an effect on the rest of this week.
Down the third baseline. Schmidt ranges to his left. A quick out number 1.
Top pitcher, number 36.
Terry Crowley will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying
Number
run.
17, Terry Crowley.
Lefty against lefty here as this is taken for a ball. 1-0.
Trying to go front door with that breaking ball. Started it a little too far inside, though.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Reined in on to first, and now the Reds are down to their final out here.
Now batting.
Yeah, 2 ground ball outs right here to start the ninth. That's as easy as you can make it. Now he's just 1 out away from picking up the save.
Pete Rose comes forward to bat again. He was the victim of a double play last time around.
Yeah, and it's always kind of tough returning to the dugout after rolling into a double play. So you know he wants to make up for that one right here.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
2 out, nobody on. And this is fouled straight back. And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high. 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
And a swing and a miss as they definitely had him reaching for that one, and this ball game is over.
Yeah, what a nice job to come in here and finish this one off. And with that, he picks up career save number 1. So nice going.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And you have to feel good for that guy right there. The games finally count, and he comes out on opening day and turns in a great performance. That's how you want to get your season started.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Phillies win this one 2-1. So long from Cincy.